Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Before we go further, let me introduce what MESTI is. MESTI stands for Makanan Selamat Tanggungjawab Industri. It is a food safety certification by the Ministry of Health Malaysia, and this scheme helps food manufacturers, especially small and medium enterprises, meet the basic hygiene standards under the Food Hygiene Regulations 2009. Now, let's look at the main purposes of the MESTI audit. First, it helps businesses set up a basic food safety system. Second, it ensures the premises follow hygiene standards set by the Ministry of Health. Third, it gives confidence to consumers and retailers about the safety of the products. And lastly, MESTI acts as a starting point to apply for Halal, GMP and HACCP certifications.
Now, I'll be presenting on the key elements of the MESTI audits. Let's go through each of the elements involved. Firstly, the design and facilities of the premise are very important. The layout must be properly planned to avoid cross-contamination. For example, there must be a clear separation between clean and dirty zones. The basic structure of the facilities such as walls, floors, lighting, and even the toilets must always be kept in hygienic condition. This is to make sure that bacteria or other contaminants don't spread to the food during processing. Next is personnel and training. All workers involved in handling food must wear appropriate attire. This includes gloves, aprons, and head covering like caps to avoid hair from falling into the food. At least one certified food handler must be present at the premise. This person should have attained the food handler course recognized by the Ministry of Health. Besides that, it also requires that all workers receive proper training in food hygiene, so they know the do's and don'ts when working with food. The third element is about cleaning, sanitation, and maintenance. There must be a regular cleaning schedule that is strictly followed. Cleaning agent use must be safe and suitable for the food premises, not harmful chemicals. Besides that, all equipment and machines must be well maintained, and there should be maintenance records or logs to show when each equipment was last serviced or repaired. The fourth element focuses on raw ingredient control and food processing. All ingredients used must be safe from reliable suppliers and traceable, meaning if there's an issue, we can trace back to the source. There also needs to be proper labeling storage, like storing raw materials required for vegetables. During the cooking or processing steps, critical control points must be closely monitored to ensure there's no contamination. Now, let's move to the packaging, storage, and transportation. Food must be packaged in a way that protects it from contamination, like seal packaging, for example. Storage areas must be there at the right temperature and follow the FIFO principle, which is first in and first out. So, their orders stock are used first. When transporting food, vehicles must be clean and if needed have temperature control like coolers or chillers to keep the food fresh. Lastly, one of the most crucial elements is the traceability system. Every food business must be able to track their product from beginning to end. This includes supply information, batch numbers, and distribution records. This system is important so that if any food safety issue happens, like contamination or recalls, we can quickly trace and withdraw the affected products from the market. That's all for me. Thank you.
Next, we move to procedures of MESTI audit. Firstly, business register with MOH. The business such as food manufacturers, processors or handlers must first register with the Ministry of Health Malaysia via the Food Safety and Quality Division through online system or manual application. Second is premise inspection. MOH officers will visit the food premises to conduct an initial physical inspection. This inspection is to evaluate whether the premise meet the basic hygiene and food safety requirement under Malaysian law. Third, check documentation and food safety assurance program. The company must prepare a food safety assurance program. MOH officers will review certain documents to ensure the company has a system in place to control food safety hazards. Next is procedures of MESTI audit. If the audit identifies any non-compliance or weaknesses, the company is given time to correct the issues, improve documentation or hygiene, retain staff if necessary. The final procedures is certification approval. Once the premises and documentation meet all requirements, MOH grants the MESTI certification. About the certificate, MESTI certificate is valid for 3 years. It can be renewed upon re-evaluation. The certificate allows the business to use the MESTI logo on their products.
For my part, I will explain the benefits of the MESTI audit. Firstly, MESTI help build consumer trust. When customers see the MESTI logo, they know that the food has passed hygiene and safety standards set by Malaysia Ministry of Health. Next, it ensures regulatory compliance, helping businesses meet the basic requirement of the Food Hygiene Regulation 2009. It also promotes staff training and accountability, as the audit process requires food handlers to be trained, vaccinated, and to follow strict hygiene protocols. Lastly, MESTI provide a structured food safety system. This helps companies identify and control hazards in their operation, reducing the risk of contamination or foodborne illness. In conclusion, the MESTI audit is a strong framework for enforcing food safety in Malaysia. It guides businesses, especially small and medium enterprise, through proper hygiene practices, staff training, facility improvement, and proper documentation. This not only creates a safer food supply chain from production to consumption, but also strengthens public health standards, increase consumer confidence, and build a culture of accountability in the food industry. Thank you.